Greetings everyone. This is a screencast for completing the practice gradebook in EDU556. Data analysis is an important component to being a reflective practitioner in the classroom. This mock gradebook has two purposes. First is to practice some basic skills and commands in Excel. Most school systems use online gradebooks, data warehouses, or other forms of data sources for their assessment or performance data. However, Excel will allow everyone to practice the same skills as they explore learning analytics and data-based instructional decision-making. First, this snippet of a gradebook is set up in a standards-based method. Each learning goal or objective has 5 assessments worth 10 points each. We will be working with a small group of students, only 10 for this practice session. First, we need to find a standard to populate the large text field above, right here. There is a link to the Maryland State curriculum below. Click it and you will see the home page for the Maryland State curriculum. Select any subject and any grade for a standard to populate the cell with. I'm going to select mathematics. I'm going to go down, scroll down, and I'm going to go to grade 2. You can go to any subject, you can go to any grade level. I'm going to use the one right here, 2.OA.C, work with equal groups of objects to gain foundations for multiplication. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight and I'm going to copy and paste this term to place into that standards field on my Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to double click inside the standard field. If you only single click, you'll actually overwrite the title that's in there presently, and that's standard. So I'm going to go ahead and paste it in there, and as you can see, the standard has populated the field. If you are happy with the text, you can leave it alone. If not, you can always come over here and you can edit it. You can change the font, the format, the text size, and the color if you wish. If you are uncomfortable with the copy-paste command I just did, feel free to transcribe into the field instead. Next, we want to add some goals and objectives using the same method as you did for the standard field. You can feel free to adjust or change the format. I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab the standards right here. We can count these as, actually, I'm going to use these as my goals and my objectives. Remember, double click inside the field, hit paste, and you'll notice that the text is kind of too big for that field, so I could make it smaller. I could unbold it, drag the height of the row to be taller, just like I just did. I'm going to go back and grab the other goal or objective. Remember, you can always go to edit and hit copy. Remember, double click inside the goal objective field and hit paste, or you can just go to edit paste. Remember, if you need to edit them, you can select them and then you can decide to make them bigger or smaller. There you go. So now the text is in each field. Now it is time to start calculating your gradebook. Highlight C5 right here and go to C15. Find the auto sum sign. It's the icon that looks like a sigma sign, and click on the average command. As you can see below, inside of C15 is the average for this assessment. Repeat the same for D5 through D15. I'm going to go to Auto Sum and click on Average. Remember, I'm going to the menu to click on Average. And now you can see that underneath goal objective number 1, assessment number 2, the average is 6. You can also find more of these columns. You can find the averages more than one at a time. I'm going to go to E5 over to G5 and down to G15. When I hit auto sum average, you'll see that the averages show up below here. 6.1 for assessment 3, 6.6 for both 4 and 5. Now, I found the averages for the assessments, but I did not find the averages for my students. I'm going to start at C5, go all the way over to H5, and yes, I can drag it all the way down to H14 to find all of these averages. Remember, auto sum, average. I've now found the averages for all of my students. Now I'm going to go to H5 and scroll down to H15 to find the goal number 1 average for my class. Remember, auto sum and average. And the average for goal number 1 is a 6.24. Now, pause the video and find the averages for goal and objective number 2 on your own, over here. When you are done, unpause the video to move on to the next procedures. Next, at the very bottom of the window is another tab. Excel is a collection of spreadsheets in a workbook. Click on the next sheet titled Graph of Goal Averages. You will see a completed bar graph that is linked to the gradebook you just averaged. The problem is there are no labels for the graph. Single click on the graph to select it. Just one single click. This will provide some new menus in Excel you must use. Click on Chart Design and select Add Chart Elements. Chart Design, Add Chart Elements. Go to Chart Titles and select the one that says Above Chart. You will see that a chart title has appeared above here. You can edit the text, and you can add a title such as Gradebook or My Gradebook. Next, let's add the axis titles. Go back to Add Chart Elements and go to Axis Titles. Go ahead and select Primary Horizontal. You will see down here that it is the axis title here. This would be Student. Next, we want to add the vertical. So go to Axis Title, Primary Vertical, and here you can add score averages or scores. Go to the next tab at the bottom of the workbook and select Class Attendance Book. The 1s represent present in class, while a 0 is an absence. Go to B4 and highlight the row until you get to AF4. This time I'm just going to hit auto sum so that it adds up all the 1s. And as you can see, it was 28 out of 30, and the student averaged 93% attendance rating. You can go ahead and repeat the same process for all the other students, and you can do more than one at a time. Remember, auto sum, not auto sum average, but auto sum. And here are the percentages of the attendance. Next, click on the Class Homework Average tab at the bottom. These are average scores out of 5 for homework completion. Go to C4 and highlight all the way over until you get to AG4. This time you'll do auto sum and average, and you get an average score out of 5. This first student got a 3.4 out of 5. And yes, you can do the same thing, and you can highlight all these different students at the same time. Auto sum, average. Now, you'll see that there's a class homework average space here below too. If you start at AG4 and you highlight down to AG14, you can go to auto sum and average and find the entire class average, which was a 3.7 out of 5. If you click on the next tab below for additional data, You'll get this last tab will be filled with standardized test results. If students have individualized education plans or IEPs or 504s, there's also information here about English language learners, if they are an English language learner or not. So you'll always want to be on a lookout for additional data results and data to help you make better informed instructional decisions about your students.